There's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy. JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things, perhaps, but we're not weird. But he is a weird guy. He walks on the stage. There's something wrong with that guy. And he called me weird. And then the fake news media picks it up. That was the word of the day. Weird, weird, weird. They're all going. But we're not weird guys. We're very solid people that want our country to be great again. I mean, it's very simple. Let's play.
Trump is right. This tampon Tim Walz character is got to be the most stupidest decision that Kamala Harris made. This goes to show you that Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party right now have not a goddamn clue what the F they're doing. They already got him with all of this controversy surrounding Minneapolis. They already got the whole situation with stolen valor. They got the DUI, the lies about all of that. He got cooked in the interview with Dana Bash. And now you have his entire family coming out against them and saying that they're going to vote for Donald Trump. Not a good look whatsoever. They love to bring on all these little surrogates, all these little propagandists like Liz Cheney, for example, coming on saying she doesn't want to vote for Trump. You know, people like Mitt Romney, even Mike Pence, oh, we don't support Trump because he's a danger, he's a threat. And I'm like, Kamala Harris is as far left as you could get. You're telling me a grudge? Because that's all it is at the end of the day. A grudge. Either they was fake propaganda's already part of the establishment, or a grudge. So either being an establishment member or holding a grudge against Trump is enough for you to have the entire United States turn into communist China, Korea somewhere. Like, this is ridiculous. But look on the screen here, you can see the whole family for Tim Walz is supporting Teflon Don. Okay, Trump 2024, we taking America back. All right, they got, how many people did this? 8 people on the screen, all supporting Donald Trump. And not just that, no, because Tim Walz's own brother came out and said that he does not support Tim and that he's got some problems with him. I'm gonna go ahead and react to this video. Let's get into it.
News Nation's Rich McHugh spoke exclusively with Jeff Walz, and he joins me now. Rich, what did he have to say?
Hi, Elizabeth. So I spoke with Jeff Walz for about 15 minutes this morning by phone. He said, look, he wants to clarify some things. He never intended what he wrote to be viewed by a national audience. It was on Facebook and probably the wrong forum. That said, he did not shy away from his words. He said everything he wrote is true. Take a listen.
Oh, well, that's because he's not a politician. Of course, what he said is true.
It wasn't my intent. It wasn't our intent as a family to put something out there to influence the general public.
In an exclusive interview with News Nation, Jeff Walz, brother of Democratic VP candidate Tim Walz, says he wants to set the record straight after criticizing his brother Tim on Facebook, saying he's not the type of character who should make decisions about our future and that he's, quote, 100% opposed to all his ideology. Former President Donald Trump quickly pounced, praising Jeff on Truth Social, writing, sounds like a really great guy, despite saying to his Facebook friends that he had thought long and hard about endorsing Trump on stage. Now he tells News Nation he wants no part of the election.
And we're not campaigning.
That's because they out here trying to kill Donald Trump. If anything, this might have been them trying to send a message like, hey, we gonna either take him out or try to take him out. And if you get up there and you're standing with him, you never know. You might be next. Anybody who goes to his rallies, you might be next. If you stand on stage with him, you might be next. That's the reason why stuff like this happens, because these communists run and operate off of fear and authoritarianism and totalitarianism. That's how they operate. They have to suppress it. If you don't suppress people in that type of society, you get uprisings. You get different sects and groups and militias. You can't have anything possibly disturbing the foundation of these communistic societies. So they're going to use fear, and they're going to use the legal system. They're going to use lies and propaganda and even capital punishment with no trial. Behind the scenes, undercover, shout out to what they did to Martin Luther King, the Kennedys, and many others. They won't even release the Kennedy files. So we don't even know what happened with that. But I think we can all give our best guess and say that A lot of this stuff was government taking action behind the scenes and trying to cover it up. So you never know what could happen to you. That's the reason why this guy is trying to stay safe. And you know what? I don't blame him, but respect for putting his word out there. I put my word out here any day. People don't know exactly where I live. However, I'm online. Anybody who's online talking about it is at risk as well. Anybody could find anybody. So I could understand, especially in his case, having the same name as Tampon Tim, having that same last name and coming out publicly speaking against him right after they had an assassination attempt. You have my respect, brother.
Meaning or anything for him or against him or anything like that.
Jeff, who is a registered Republican and donated $20 to Trump's 2016 campaign, stands by his comments that he disagrees with his brother.
I will say I don't agree with his policies.
But he says his posts were intended to rebuke rhetoric that he was ideologically in lockstep with the vice presidential nominee.
It was a post that I made because I was getting a lot of feedback from my friends, old acquaintances, thinking that I was feeling the same way that my brother did on the issues. And I was trying to clarify that just to friends. I used Facebook, which wasn't the right platform to do that for.
Jeff Walz says he hasn't spoken to his brother in 8 years.
There was just no contact either way. And it's too bad, I guess, that it worked out that way because he is my brother yet and everything. And I guess, you can disagree and still be civil brothers.
And he was surprised to find out about the nomination on the radio.
I will stand behind this 100%, was that we felt bad that we found out about his being picked as the vice presidential candidate from the radio on the way back from a trip a few weeks ago when it was announced. And we felt like we probably should have been given a heads up and some type of security, at least for a short time, because I guess that is a big thing.
So you're telling me that y'all are family? They not only didn't give a heads up, they didn't give y'all no type of security either. Isn't it like standard? I know it's standard, obviously, if you actually win, but I mean, you would think, considering, again, wasn't Donald Trump's assassination attempt prior to all of this? All of this stuff happened, and you know that there's real threats out here. They fear gun violence so bad. They're always talking about gun violence and gun control. And you didn't think to warn your family, like, hey, keep your head on the swivel. I'm the vice presidential nominee. Some people might be after me, and therefore they might be after you. You don't think that this guy is so freaking pathetic? At least give him a heads up to carry or something.
Says there are no bombshells.
The stories I said I was referencing, I'll give you one example. We talked about it before, that my little brother, when we were younger, we would go on family trips in a station wagon, and the thing was nobody wanted to sit with him because he had car sickness and would always throw up on us. That
Wow.
sort of thing. There's really nothing else hidden behind there. People are assuming something else.
And this is the last the media will hear from him.
There is going to be no further statements to anybody.
Now, the Harris-Walz campaign did not respond to our request for comment. I did ask Jeff Walz who he'll be voting for. He said, I'd prefer not to say. Elizabeth?
Sounds like Jeff is trying to back out of that political spotlight as quickly as he inadvertently backed into it. Rich McHugh, great reporting. Thank you.
They already said that this dude was a registered Republican and voted for Donald Trump before. And you already saw at the beginning of this video that all of these other people from his family are supporting Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump himself has already thanked the family. Take a look.
I was so honored today.
And she wants
his,
a path to
His
citizenship.
brother endorsed me.
I saw it.
And his whole family. I saw the picture. And honestly, it was a very nice looking family. But his brother endorsed me and the whole family endorsed me. I said, who are all the people?
Let me play
Let me tell you, there's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy. JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things perhaps, but we're not weird.
I find it hilarious that at the DNC, they tried to get all of these like former Republicans and all this stuff. Like, I'm surprised they didn't try to get Mike Pence up on the stage at the DNC. Like, yeah, tell us you're voting for Kamala now. So I guess even he's not that crazy between people like him and Romney. Wasn't Liz Cheney there, if I'm not mistaken? I can't remember if she was there or not. But, you know, they had like a little handful of little propagandist Republicans, little fake neocons up there pretending like they were actually conservatives. But now you got Tim Walz's entire freaking family. Like, at least Donald Trump, most of the people in his family still support him. You know, you got like one or two people who don't, but most of the people in Trump's own family support him. Tim Walz's whole family abandoned him. Imagine that. That has to suck. It sounds to me like they kind of abandoned each other a long time ago. He said the brother hadn't talked to him in 10 damn years. Or wait, no, 8 years, my bad. But 8 years, close to a decade. That's a long freaking time. So, of course, Tim Walz doesn't give a damn about his family. He doesn't care about giving them like a warning about security or anything like that. He just has an estranged relationship. This guy is not a guy who you could trust. Donald Trump roasted him at the beginning. He's a weird. Every time he turned, he be like just acting crazy. They probably picked Tim Walz. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that they picked Tim Walz for a dumbass reason. They probably picked him. They probably didn't look at nothing related to his past. They probably didn't have time to figure it out. What they did is they got somebody who they feel like was energetic enough because Joe Biden was so low energy, they needed to energize the campaign. Tim Walz, every time you see him on Tim Walz, he be looking like a nutcase. He looked like he's a mentally ill person. Shout out to the actual mentally ill who aren't as crazy as Tim Walz, but he really like looks like he's special needs. I am not even trying to joke. I am dead serious. He is very peculiar, very strange, and has a lot of damn audacity trying to call somebody weird.
There's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy.
According to his own brother, Tampon Tim sounds like he was always one of the weird kids and was always one of the odd men out, if he could even call him a man. I mean, in this party these days, does anybody know what a man or woman even is? I mean, Kamala Harris these days is looking more masculine than Tim Walz. Maybe that's another reason why they picked Walz. At this point, I don't freaking know, but it's just hilarious that his own family came out against him. And it wasn't one people, two people, three people. It was a whole gang of like 8 different people. And this one guy, stop the cap, bro. We know you're voting for Donald Trump, Teflon Don, because you know, if you just said you don't agree with none of his policies, I will respect this, that he didn't straight up totally go against his brother. Like, yeah, I'm voting for Trump, vote for the opposite person. But he all but did that, guys. Come on now. Like, if you went that far, you might as well go out of the way and just say, like, look, I'm voting for Trump. My brother's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's a Looney Tune. This campaign is weird as hell. He's weird. Kamala's hiding. I'm not going for it. I'm voting Trump. Not to mention my price is too damn high. Let's not forget about that one. But let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Tampon Tim, tampon.
But he is a weird guy. He walks on the stage. There's something wrong with that guy.